If you are new to the channel and interested in more practice tests on different CompTIA certifications or Cisco certifications or Microsoft certifications, go in channel's homepage and you can find many more playlists with many more videos. A user contacts support reporting that their USB flash drive occasionally disconnects under load but works fine when lightly used. Upon inspection, the USB port wobbles when the flash drive is plugged in. What should the technician do first? So we have the wobbling or moving USB port. Reformat a USB flash drive to default settings. Replace or secure the USB port on the motherboard. Update the operating system to the latest manufacturer settings. Install anti-malware tools or reset the BIOS to defaults. And here most likely that we would need as a technician to replace or secure the USB port on the motherboard, and that could be the USB port connection issue. A physically unstable USB port causes intermittent electrical contact, especially under load when the device connector moves slightly. Securing or replacing the port eliminates this hardware fault. Formatting, OS updates, malware scans, and BIOS resets do not address the mechanical instability of the USB port. A desktop PC intermittently loses access to share folder on the file server. Pings to the server show occasional drops only during peak traffic times. What is the most likely cause? Network congestion with inadequate throughput, incorrect time and date synchronization, corrupted boot sector, misconfigured BIOS password, or faulty mouse driver. Which would be the correct answer here? And the correct answer here is network congestion with inadequate throughput, as intermittent drops during peak usage point to network congestion causing packet loss. If the network cannot handle simultaneous traffic bursts, TCP sessions may time out or reset, disrupting access to shared resources. Timesync or BIOS settings do not affect network traffic flow, and mouse drivers do not impact file server connectivity. A technician needs to restrict a wireless access point to 802.11ac clients only, rejecting older devices. Which setting on the AP will accomplish this with the least interoperability issues? Rename the SSID to Office Network, enable WEP encryption, set the SSID's 802.11 mode to AC only, disable SSID broadcasting, or change the router's time zone. And here the correct answer would be to set the SSID's 802.11 mode to AC only, as configuring the SSIDs to operate in AC mode only blocks clients that support only older standards A, B, G, and N, ensuring only 802.11 AC devices connect. Renaming the SSIDs or disabling broadcast does not prevent legacy devices from joining if the mode allows them. WEP or WEP is depreciated and insecure, and time zone changes are irrelevant to Wi-Fi client compatibility. A laptop starts freezing intermittently after being used for video editing at high CPU loads, and thermal imaging reveals hotspots near one RAM module. What should the technician do next to address this issue, or to address the issue? Increase the paging file size, disable touchpad drivers, change the display cable orientation, restore replace the suspect RAM module and verify heatsink contact, or disable all USB ports. And here technician should reset or replace the suspect RAM module and verify heatsink contact, as heatsink connection near RAM module can cause instability because of memory errors like spike at high temperatures. Reseating the module or replacing it can eliminate a poor contact or faulty components. A heatsink or shielding adjustment might also help. Page file size, touchpad drivers, display cable routing and USB port state do not influence the thermal characteristics of RAM. A VoIP phone connected to a PoE or Power over Ethernet switch displays poor audio quality during calls and occasional disconnections during heavy data usage periods on the same network. The phone functions normally during off-peak hours. What is the most appropriate network configuration change to improve call quality? Disable DHCP on the network. Increase screen timeout on desktop devices, change DNS server to public provider, lower the monitor refresh rate, or enable QoS prioritization for VoIP traffic. And here the correct answer would be to enable QoS or quality of service prioritization for VoIP traffic, as VoIP traffic requires consistent, low latency transmission. QoS allows voice packets to be prioritized over other data, ensuring call quality even when the network is heavily used. DHCP settings, screen timeouts, DNS providers and monitor refresh rates have no direct effect on prioritization of voice packets through the network. And if you are interested in more practice tests, go to the channel's homepage. And if you found this video useful, leave a like, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and see you in the next one.